here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to make some really fun sparkly glitter glue earrings. And this is an earring I made a few years ago and I lost its mate, so I decided that I would go ahead and make some more of these because they're so fun and lightweight and really cheap and easy to make. So this is a pair I just made the other day. You can see they're super sparkly, and the longest and most difficult part of this is just waiting for the glue to dry. So you can use glitter glue, like this was made from, these were made from Elmer's glitter glue, and that worked really well, but the scrapbooking glitter glues are a little too fragile for that. It's like they're too brittle and flimsy. This is one I made of the scrapbook glue and it just tore right apart. It wasn't that good, but I came up with a plan so that you can use whatever glitter you have. And what you want is some either Elmer's glue, white glue, Mod Podge, something that will dry clear but is a white glue. And you want to make a couple puddles of it on a piece of waxed paper. I advise you not to use a silicone mat for this just because glitter clings to that stuff and it's really difficult to remove. Then you want to take your glitter, and I found this at a yard sale. It was 29 cents, but I loved how it almost looks like that bokeh effect, how it's got those really big chunky circles in here. And I'm going to put a bunch of that in each of these puddles of glue. And then I'm going to stir it around. Make sure you cap off your glitter so you don't make a mess. I'm just going to stir it around. I can scrape that glitter right back in the middle. And it will dry clear, so don't worry that you can't see the sparkle right now. It'll be fine when it's all dry. And you don't have to worry about making it match because you're going to trim it, and I'll show you that in just a second. I'm gonna make the ones exactly like the demo piece that I'll be working on in a second here. And then you want to add some, because there you have really big chunks. Now you want to add some finer glitter. This is the Paper Mart fine glitter. We're going to put some of that in there. And then again, we're going to stir it up. So you'll have these little bits of flecks of glitter in between the bigger ones. And just try to kind of scrape it up. It seems really thick now, but as the water evaporates from our glue and it dries, it's going to make a thick, really resilient film, but it is going to shrink down, so it's not going to be as thick as it is right now once everything changes over. Alright, so you're just going to want to scrape them up into piles. Now, I'm going to turn my wax paper and get that edge out of the way because I don't want to get my hands in it. And that's another reason I wanted to do this project, is because I have lots of glitter glue and I don't use it very much because I always seem to get my fingers in it before I'm done. So these are the earrings. These are the way they'll come out after that dries. And you can brush on some of your scrapbooking glitter glue if you want to. I did that. I think I used this color on there, and that just gives it a little extra shine and sparkle to it. So that's great way you can use these up. And then if you do that, you'll need to let it dry again. But then you just want to trim it into a circle. So I would trim one and then I would just lay it on top, lay the other one on top and trim the other one. Just kind of get into a nice circle shape. That Mylar glitter shouldn't hurt your scissors, as long as you're using just like regular paper craft scissors. I'm going to use that as a template for the next one so they'll match. But don't stress about it too much. You could leave it in with a rough shape too if you want. The only thing to think about is you're going to need an area with a firm edge to attach a jump ring. Okay, so now what we're going to need is a hole punch, and I'm going to pause the camera because I don't see mine handy. And there is was just out of reach, obviously, just actually within reach but out of sight. So what I'm going to do is just punch a little hole about 1/8 of an inch from the side. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe if I put my hand there, can you maybe see that little hole there a little bit? We're going to do the same thing on the other one as well. And just make sure you're punching through a nice stable, probably like the thickest part of the earring you can find. Alright, and then you're going to want to use some jump rings, and I like to use 2 pairs of pliers for my jump rings. I hold it with each pair of pliers on either side of the split in the ring, and then give it a twist. And then you want to put your earring on, and then you want to put your ear finding, which I'm going to use a fishhook style on, and then just close it up. And there you go. Just do that for the other earring as well. And look at that. It's like almost like a mermaid earring, something a mermaid would wear. It's so sparkly and fun and shiny. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll see fun new tutorials from me every day. If you like this tutorial, please check out my other jewelry making tutorials. There'll be a link below the video where you can find my jewelry making playlist, and I have lots of fun, free and frugal ideas for you. So with holidays coming up, it is a great time to make some jewelry. I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy crafting.